So Beauty and the Beast is... Hey! What do you want now?
Aren't you gonna do that dumb British character that you normally do when you talk about remakes?
You mean the stupid one?
Yeah, that one.
Nah.
Why not?
I don't know, I just don't really feel like it.
Is it because you have the acting and writing skills of Tommy Wiseau?
Listen, Martin Shkreli, I have had a lot of stress regarding my subpar grades, my lack of college acceptances, and my progressive loss of my confidence, so I don't really have time to deal with your nonsense right now. Okay?
So when are you gonna review the Bee Movie?
I hate you so much.
Oh, dude, same!
So Beauty and the Beast is a remake of one of the most acclaimed Disney films of all time, and I'm guessing most of you already know what the story is, so I'm not gonna bother explaining it to you. This movie follows the exact same plot of the original film, and when I say it follows the exact same plot, I really do mean the exact same plot. Everything from the dialogue to the tone to the basic structure of the story is almost beat for beat exactly like the original animated film. I absolutely despise it when movies do this. I think it shows everything wrong with the movie industry. It's lazy, it's unoriginal, it drives me nuts. But this movie does it so well! It tells the exact same story of the original, but with fantastic production design, with amazing costumes, with incredible special effects. From a visual and technical level, this movie really shines. Everything from the practical sets to the incredible computer-generated characters, this movie looks amazing. The musical numbers are also really well done. They're pretty much exactly like the original versions from the animated film, but they still looked and sounded really good. Especially Be Our Guest and Gaston. I thought those are two of the best sequences in the movie. They also tried to add 2 or 3 new songs to try and make the movie seem a little bit more original, even though really it's not, but really only one of them was memorable. The characters, who are overall ridiculously similar to their animated counterparts, are also really good and are, for the most part, really well cast. Ewan McGregor as Lumiere was definitely one of this movie's highlights. He's already shown us in the past that he is really good at being great in not so great movies, and he does it again here.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Ian McKellen and Emma Thompson were also really great picks for Codsworth and Mrs. Potts. Their voices really fit the characters and they did a great job. I was also really surprised by Luke Evans as Gaston. He actually had a great singing voice and he did a great job playing the brash, swole, but still kind of lovable villain. Josh Gad was also a pretty good choice for LeFou, despite that absolutely ridiculous, absurd controversy that came out of him being homosexual in a scene that lasts literally a second long. I'm not even joking. The scene that everyone freaked out about is literally 1 frame, and it's super short, and it goes by in a second, and if you haven't heard about it, you probably wouldn't even noticed it. That was the biggest, grossest overreaction to anything that has ever happened ever. That's not even remotely true, but I said it anyway, because I'm stupid. The best character in the movie by far, though, was the Beast, played by Dan Stevens. Wow. He blew me away in this movie. His performance is emotional and compelling. The CGI and motion capture work they used on him looked amazing. They even gave him a new song that wasn't in the original animated movie, and even that was great. That was the one song they added that actually worked. Dan Stevens' interpretation of the Beast is so good that I would actually go as far to say that he is the one thing that this movie does better than the original animated movie. All of the actors do a great job playing these iconic characters. Well, that is except for one. Alright, gonna say it. I know this is gonna piss a lot of people off. I don't really care though. It's my opinion. Try to calm down. I'm gonna say it. Alright, here we go. I don't think Emma Watson is a very good actress. I'm sorry, but everything I've seen her in, she just looks bored all the time. She's not charismatic at all, and I just don't think she has a lot of range as an actress. Not to mention her singing voice isn't that great either. I'm not saying she's the worst actress in the world. I'm not saying she can't do better in the future. I am just saying that I don't think she's a fantastic actress. But the big thing is, Belle is supposed to be a charismatic, cheerful, and optimistic individual. But the way Emma Watson plays her is like playing a angsty college student. Personally, I feel like she was really miscast, and that's kind of a big deal since Belle is kind of an important character. As far as other issues, I did mention earlier that this is a borderline shot-for-shot remake, and while I reluctantly admit it did it very well, I'm still not a huge fan of the unoriginality. They do try to add and change certain subplots in the movie, but most of them were pretty much just there to make it seem just a little bit more unoriginal and didn't really add anything to the core story, which for the most part was exactly the same. However, this movie did actually address a big plot hole from the original animated movie, and that was pretty cool. It was the one change that actually added something to the story. The movie also had some audio problems with some really bad dubbing and some really noticeable auto-tune, especially on Emma Watson. And lastly, the kind of strange pacing and the really short character moments kind of make me feel like this movie was definitely designed for people who had already grown up with the original Beauty and the Beast. It seems like it was something that was made with people's nostalgia in mind. And what that means is, if you are someone who didn't grow up watching Beauty and the Beast, this movie's really not going to do anything for you. You might enjoy it, sure, but you're not going to get as much out of it as everyone else did who grew up with the original movie. But if you did grow up with the original movie, I doubt you're going to think that this new one is any better than that one. It's a movie that I definitely should hate, but I don't know, it made me feel kind of all giddy inside. Even though it is a carbon copy of the original, it also seems to capture the wonder and magic that was created by the original. It isn't something that I would absolutely recommend that you have to go see in a movie theater, and it is nowhere even close to as good as the original animated movie, but I don't know, it had like this strange sort of charm to it that made it really alluring.
Derp derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp 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 derpity derp derp derp